So for every resources in AWS, we need to identify using this tag. Getting it? For every, see, remember, tags are not IAM specific. I'm writing it. Tags are not IAM specific, right? It is throughout AWS. So with all services, right? If you take EC2, if you take S3, if you take RDS, any service, basically, you should be identified any resources using tag. You need to give the name, no, right? You have to give the tag name. So in IAM also you give the tags, in ADA, in EC2 also you give the tag. Tags is just basically for identification purpose. That's the reason why I said tags are not IAM specific. It is throughout the AWS. Getting it? Tags are very, very, very important, guys. Tags are very important, but it is optional. If you don't want to tag it, don't tag it. But if you don't tag it, is it easy to manage all your resources? No. Let's take for example. So let's take example. There are 500 IAM users. Okay. There are 500 IAM users. Those users, few people are from DevOps people, few people are HR, few people are admins, few people are database, few people are related to security, etc., etc. So now, let's say I have Avinash here. I have asked Avinash, hey Avinash, go and delete all the, right? Go and delete all the IAM users which are related to database, DBS. Delete all IAM users for all DBS. So now, what this guy Avinash will do, guys, what is the thing, how he do? How he do? I'm asking, this is not a group, I'm saying users. So yes, what he need to do, he need to go one by one, all 500 IAM users and see whether that user is related to DB or not and then delete it. Correct? If there is no tag, is there any way that he can identify the DBS? No. You will be in nightmare, right? So this one, I call it as hard work. Hard worker. What this hard worker will do? Manually, right? He go one by one, all 500 users, and then delete one by one. Okay? This is what he do. Whereas there's a, there is another guy, we call it as smart worker. What the smart worker will do, those who know scripting, so guys, simply he'll write a script that can be in Python and that can be any language. Simply what he say, delete all IAM users where key is equal to name, value is equal to DB. That's it. You see that? Key is equal to name, value is equal to DB. So guys, this is not SQL query. So I'm just putting the logic here. So you can write this in Python. So if you know Python or any one scripting language, scripting, what you do, you write a script and then in the script, you will just put it, delete the IAM users where you can use these tags and then you can delete all IMS in the single shot. Correct? Agree? That's the reason why I said at least if you know one scripting language, that will be really, really good for your career. And I would vote for Python. Okay, keep that in mind. So can we say that tags are used for doing automation? This automation? Yes, tags are helpful for doing automation in AWS. Using tags, you can do the automation. Now, let's say, for example, you have 100 EC2 instances. 100 EC2 instances. So now, inside this instances is used by DevOps people, and they have the key called name is equal to DevOps. Okay, key. This is the key, and this is the value. Okay, now I want all these out of 100 EC2 instances. I need the EC2 instances which are used by DevOps to be stopped at night. So can we write a Python script and then use this tag and then stop all the EC2 instances? Yes. See, getting it? So if you stop this 30 DevOps EC2 instances at night, right? At night, do you get the cost optimization there? So can I say tags are helpful for doing cost optimization? Yes. Correct, guys? Understood? And you per resource, you can have maximum 50 tags. How many tags you can have per resource maximum, guys? 50 tags you can have. Per resource meaning, let's take an example. I have an IAM user called who's here? Sai, right? For Sai, how many tags I can give? 50 tags. For example, like how? I give admin. Email, I'll give email. Phone, I'll give phone. Address, right? Which unit, which department, etc. Like this, you can have how many maximum tags you can have? Maximum 50 tags you can have. This is for each resource. Understood? Is this clear? Getting it? Right? Apart from this, in IAM, you have something called credentials reports. Credentials report. So let's say, for example, if your manager asks, hey, how many IAM users are there? Can you give me the list of the things? So you just go to the credentials reports and then you download those. And then you have something called Access Analyzer. This Access Analyzer, what it does is, let's say you have hundreds of IAM users. Is it possible for us to go ahead and see who has what type of access and they have full access or any kind of security issues there? No. For that reason, AWS came up with something called Access Analyzer. So what it does is it will analyze all the IAM users and give the report to you. Based on the report, you can take an action. And also you can do some settings like password policies, right? You can put that password policy, strong password policies, you can put it. All these things you can do it in your IAM. So IAM is all about. So did we learn about IAM users? Did we learn about IAM groups? Did we learn about IAM policies? Did we learn about IAM roles? So mainly this form as an IAM service. Form as IAM service. And also, guys, which is the service where you can handle manage multiple root accounts? Yes. That is a different service, right? That is a different service, but it comes under this. So if you have multiple root accounts, you can control the multiple root accounts using this. What is the main account called? Main account is called management account. And these are all called member accounts. And all these root accounts are surrendered to this main account. So how do you control the member accounts access? Using SCP. Using SCP. So this is called organizations. So organizations meaning simply managing multiple root accounts. Is it clear till here, everyone? What is SCP? Service control policies. It is just like IAM policies only. Should I give you one additional topic or knowledge on this IAM? Okay, for you. So let me talk about real time. Let's assume, guys, this is my account. Whose account is this? My account. This is yes, AWS account. I have my own account now. So now I'll take another one. Okay. This is whose account? Let's take here. Okay. Size AWS account. Okay. Okay. So now I have my account, right? Now remember, guys, every AWS account will have your own account ID. What do we have? AWS account ID. What do we have, guys? Write down. Every AWS account will have some account ID. That is some 10-digit or 12-digit number will be there. Okay. So to identify your account, how do you identify a current account? Using your account ID. Remember, AWS account ID. Okay. So now the thing is, this Sai wanted to access my account and he want to access S3 of my account. So generally, if someone want to access my account, what is the first thing, like how he can access it? What should we do in my account? There are two different accounts. We need to create an IAM user, correct? So I need to create an IAM. So where should I go and create? So here, right, in my account, I need to go and create IAM user called Sai and give what permissions while creating? I'll give S3 permissions. This is how basically I do. But the problem here is this Sai is not from my company. He's a third party guy. So if this third party guy, is it recommended to create an IAM user in my account if it is not in my company? No. It is not recommended. It is not recommended. It's not recommended to create an IAM user for any third party people like this, right? So if I don't create an IAM user, or what is another way? What's the another ways to access my AWS account without credentials? Yes. Here again, roles will come into picture, right? Here roles will come into picture. Okay. So where should I create a role? In my account only, correct? So here I will be going and creating an IAM role. IAM role, I call it as Sai role. Guys, IAM role, I can give any name. Sai role. Okay. For this Sai role, while creating a role, we need to attach some permissions, no? So what kind of permissions that I need to give? S3 policy I need to attach. Okay. So while creating a role, especially for this, right? So to whom I need to whom I'm creating this role specially? To Sai. So now, how do I identify Sai account? Using ID. Fantastic. So here, while creating an AWS, while creating an IAM role, you will have an option to provide AWS ID. Whose AWS ID I need to provide here? Sai's AWS ID I need to provide. And then a role will get created. So when the role is get created, it will generate a URL. So this URL, I need to give it to Sai. So this URL, I need to give it to Sai. And this URL, I need to give to Sai. And what the Sai will do? Sai will access this URL and log in to Ria's AWS account. Understood? Understood? So to access this, there is another way also. Guys, if you go to the console, right? If you go to the console, on the top right, that I'll show you, there is something called switch role. What is the concept that we have? Everyone write down? Switch role. So every account will have an option called switch role. I also have, you also have, Sai also have, right? Switch role will be there. So if you click on the Sai, click on switch role, then it will ask. Guys, remember one thing here. There is account ID. Account ID is 10 or 12 digit number. I don't remember. Is it 10 or 12? Anyone experienced people remember? Is it 10 or 12? Hmm? 12 only, yeah? Okay, then I'll put 12. Okay, 12 digit account number will be there. What, Krishna? 12 digit account number will be. But can you tell me, is it possible to remember this 12 digit account number all the time? Hmm? No. For that reason, what we do is, can we, instead of remembering this 12 digit account number, what we do, can we create some alias name or call account name or alias for this, and give something called Ria Cloud name instead of my 12 digit account number. So instead of 12 digit account number, I will be using as a alias as some easy name. Yeah. So what is my account name now? For Ria's, Ria Cloud is my account name. Right? For same way, for everyone, you can say, instead of you don't remember this 12 digit account number, you can give an alias name for that. So now when this Sai click on switch role, When the I click on switch role, what will happen? AWS will ask you, Are Babu, you are trying to switch the role to where? It will ask, provide the account name and provide the role name. So account name to whom he want to switch? What is the account name that he want to switch? Yes, Ria Cloud. And what is the role name that he want to switch? And then what is the role name that he want to use? Role name. Yes, Sai role. So once he provide these details, in this way also he will be using switch role also, he will be entering into my account. Either we can provide the access, or if he knows, he can switch the role, and if he knows this account name and then role name, he can also do the switch role. This can be done using this roles concept. This is called switch role concept. Okay. Here, smooth as butter. No credentials, no passwords. Account alias name you need to give. You need to create and give him, sir. Why? This is my account. I need to give my information to him. That's it. He should be creating his own thing. So this URL has something called 1 hour expiry, 1 hour duration. So you can set, by default it is some hour, you can set 1 hour duration, or it's up to you how much time that this URL should be accessed. So on that, at that time only, that URL, let's say you put 1 hour, so the URL will valid for only for 1 hour. After that, it will get expired. You cannot log. Okay. Everyone understood? Smooth as butter. Unauthorized. How does the unauthorized person will go into my account if there is no role created, right? So we don't give it for public, no. So this is a third party guy only. He's asking for me, and that is I'm taking his AWS account ID also. So I'm setting up only for him, not for everyone, no. So no one can go inside. Yes, while creating a role, we'll be entering the other guy's informations. And generally, we don't do this until unless there is a requirement. Everything will be there. As I said, remember that Sulab complex example. Everything will be there. You go inside, room will be there, that will be there. But if you don't lock it, then it's gone. Then you cannot claim Sulab complex guy that that happened, this happened. So he'll come and say, I have provided everything to you. Why didn't you use it? Same thing here. Hmm? Any questions? So you know one good news? We are done with IAM. Any pain? Smooth as butter, right? Yes. So one of the important and first service is over. And what we're going to do is now we should jump into the practicals. So what I'm going to do is, what do we do? Should we take the practicals freshly tomorrow? Should I leave you early today? Hmm? Sometimes chalta. Hmm? You want to Some people say no, sir. Huh? Some people say yes, sir. Okay, that's fine. So I'll stop it here. Okay. I don't mind taking, but sometimes the break is required. So I'm leaving you a bit early. That's perfectly fine. No issues. From tomorrow, we will be jumping into the practicals. And um, those who have not set up their account, so please create the account and keep it ready. And also, when you are when when I'm showing the practicals, right? When I'm showing the practicals, guys, I don't. It's not recommended, or it's highly recommended not to use your account and doing the parallel practicals. I hate that. So when we are doing the practicals, I want all the browsers to be closed and then just concentrate here. And you should see here how I'm doing it. And the same thing, you should repeat it. Okay. No parallel practicals, because when you do the parallel practicals, right, what will happen? You will be focusing on to complete your side and then what I'm doing here, but you don't concentrate on the logics. So that's a reason. Do not worry. I'll give the tasks, what to be done, and you can go ahead and start doing it. Okay. No parallel practicals. Yeah. Yes, you'll get lost. Correct. You took the screenshot? Okay. The next one. Nothing. So apart from creating account, do we need to do any other procedure? Nothing. So leave it on me. What you should do, I'll tell you from tomorrow. Thank you, Srikant. Okay. Good. Enjoy, Madi. Hmm? Can you give me the final CC for today? Mm, yeah, great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow freshly with the practicals. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day and